In this module, globalization in the late 20th century or early 21st centuries, how it was going on. There were many drastic changes in the patterns of industrialization, specifically the late 20th century, transformation in the manufacturing power from west to east, reindustrialization of South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. Because of the disintegration of Soviet Union and unification of East and West Germany, the power structure was changing. Or you may say the claim of unipolar world after this disintegration of Soviet Union was uh, going away or fading out because the center of power was divided among different countries like five superpowers and then Japan, Canada, Australia, Germany, Brazil, and to some extent to India. Manufacturing increased in the Asian sites. Costs of labor increased in the western regions. Low cost producers such as China changed the international market trends. China was not having open up economy, but in the beginning of 21st century or in the late of the 20th century in 1980s, they started opening up their economy and started achieving all those economic goals which they had planned. Especially after being the member of WTO in 2001, China became very much active in attaining all those economic objectives which they already planned in the 20th century. By 70s and 80s, 1970s and 1980s, global trade barriers were removed. In 1990s, ideology of protectionism became dominant. Protectionism provided opportunities for industrialized and industrializing states and was threatening to global economic system. Growth in the number of members of the World Trade Organization was increasing and China was making more exports and having less imports. So it was started threatening other states that how speedily China was exporting its consumer goods to every parts of the world. Because it having more population, number one in population size. So that is why having more labor and cheaper labor as compared to the other parts of the world. And they used to make more consumer goods to spread in the other parts of the world. WTO, World Trade Organization, persistently struggles to remove the trade barriers and impose lowest tariffs. Electronic systems for economic flow. Migration has increased for job hunting and in pursuit of better lifestyle. International investment is increasing in the developing countries. Transnational corporations also target developing countries as they have higher potential for growth because those developed countries invest less in the developing countries and earn more from the developing countries. Invest less and earn more. It means less input, more output. So it is called efficiency in the terms of economics. Group of 20, G20, plays important role to ensure global economic stability. The G20 deals with the following issues: growth policies, reducing abuse of the financial system, developing strategies for financial crises, controlling terrorist financing. After 9/11, we started seeing that United States of America made security measures and dictating its terms to the developing world that how you have to have readable passports and your ID cards just to travel abroad, just to find out who is making a trouble for the American people or for the western part of the world. And this is how they were dictating their terms just to control that financial resources, those financial resources which were being given to those people who were going to commit terrorist activities are going against the American interests.